Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our National Gold Star Mothers Family Day observance. Please stand for the arrival of the official party, after which we will have the posting of the colors, the national anthem played by the 191st Army Band, and the invocation given by Chaplain O'Brien. My name is W.K. Jones, the 63rd RSC Family Programs Director, and I will be your narrator for this morning's ceremony. We are honored to have with us today very distinguished guests. Please join me in welcoming our Gold Star Mother, Beverly Balsley, honored Gold Star mothers and families, the 63rd RSC Commanding General, Major General Tuliatos, our Chief of Staff, Mr. Michael Stocks, our Command Chief Warrant Officer, CW5 Belinda Lindsay, our Command Sergeant Major Ted DeWitt, and the County Veteran Services Officer Norman Aliman, and our other honored guests. Please give them all a big round of applause. Please stand as we honor our nation by posting the colors. Forward, out.
Set, out. shoulder. Oh. Eddie. Hope. Eddie. Down. Read, Sept. Out. Order. Out. Ready. Out.
Please.
Out. House turn. Up.
Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain O'Brien.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day when we can gather here to honor the Gold Star mothers, women who give them a loved one in the country's defense. The sacrifice has been great. My words cannot describe their pain and sorrow, but I pray that you keep them always in your loving care and tender mercy. May your peace flood their hearts. May the courage, spirit, and unselfish patriotism inspire us. May the beauty and the luster of the Gold Star, which they so proudly wear, ever remain a challenging symbol for us. And as their loved ones give their last full measure of devotion to preserve this idea of freedom in America, may we, in grateful remembrance, we ever remain steadfast in our devotion to you. And may the time not be far in distance when throughout the world there might be righteousness and peace. In your name I pray. Amen.
In honor of this special observance, we will also recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. This weekend, there will be many Gold Star celebrations happening around our nation to honor our Gold Star families. Although we are hosting our event one day early, this is normally reserved for the last Sunday of September. The term Gold Star family is a modern reference that comes from the service flags that were first flown by families during World War I. The flag included a blue star for every immediate family member serving in the armed forces of the United States during any period of war or hostilities in which the armed forces of the United States were engaged. If that loved one died, the blue star was replaced by a gold star. This allowed members of the community to know the price the family paid in the cause of freedom. The United States began observing Gold Star Mother's Day on the last Sunday of September in 1936. Today, the nation recognizes the sacrifice that all Gold Star family members make when a father, mother, sister, brother, son, daughter, or other loved one dies in service to the nation. In 2011, President Obama included families of the fallen because the loss of life affects everyone. The strength of our nation is our army. The strength of our army is our soldiers. The strength of our soldiers are our families. The Army recognizes that no one has given more for their nation than the families of the fallen. Will all Gold Star families here today please stand and let us honor you?
Stand.
Thank you. Now for today's purpose. The purpose of today's events are to honor those who have given the ultimate sacrifice to this great nation, to give thanks for all the support of family and friends, caring communities, and engaged employers who continue to care for our soldiers, and to spend time enjoying each other's company and sharing our personal stories. On behalf of Survivor Outreach Services, we're happy to have you here today to commemorate our fallen soldiers and to honor their families. I'd like to introduce to you the Survivor Outreach Services Coordinator, Mr. David Harvey. David has worked tirelessly while supporting our surviving families and is tremendously passionate about the Survivor Outreach Services program. Please give him a hand. Today we are honored to have with us the County Veteran Services Officer, Mr. Norman Aleman. Norman Aleman, U.S. Army veteran, is the County of San Mateo Veteran Services Officer and oversees the County Veteran Services Office. Norman has a master's degree in social work and from California State University, East Bay. The County Veteran Services Office, CVSO, connects veterans, their spouses, and their family members with state and federal benefits. The CVSO also provides information and referrals to a wide range of social services and connects veterans to programs such as California Veteran College Fee Waiver for veterans and dependents. Prior to working for San Mateo County, Mr. Aleman was a training manager for the Department of Public Health for the City and County of San Francisco. Please assist me in welcoming County Veterans Service Officer Norman Aleman.
Good morning. Good morning to those being honored today, the Gold Star families, Commanding General, staff, people in the audience, soldiers, civilians. It really is a humbling experience to be here before you. When I was asked to participate, I excitedly said yes, and then it settled in. It really did. And what would I say? What can I offer? I reached out to 3 friends of mine for some guidance. One of them was still active duty, Sergeant Major Fred Gerwell. Another one is Mr. Kevin Graves, a Gold Star family, Gold Star father. And another good friend of mine, Mr. Kevin Hines. He is a jumper survivor from the Golden Gate Bridge, who now dedicates his life to helping others. And as a matter of fact, when I reached out to him, he was on his way to Camp Pendleton to talk to sailors and Marines. One of the things that I found as I spoke with each one of them was a common thread. Each one of them says, speak from your heart, be honest, and encourage them. And that's all I can offer. That's all we can offer, is to recognize that we don't know what you're going through. We don't know the sorrows. We don't know the long nights, but we do know that we are here for you. Each and every day, we are here for you. I want you to hold on. We want you to hold on to the memories. The good, the bad, all of it is what made your son or daughter. Hold on to those. Hold on to that last hug. Hold on to that last smile, that last conversation. Reach out. Reach out to the families that are with you. Reach out to the service members, to the staff, to us. We are here for you. As Sergeant Major Gerwell told me, he says, there's no greater sacrifice. And today we honor you, and we honor your loved one, because they made the ultimate sacrifice to do what we do, what we can do. They laid down their lives, not just for the buddy next to them or behind them, but for us, for our freedoms. They laid down their lives for families that they didn't even know. And for that, we are eternally grateful. So standing here before you, I humbly humbly ask you to continue to live their memories and to reach out and to let you know we are here for you. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Alamon. Today we are also privileged to have Gold Star Mother Beverly Balsley here with us. Mrs. Balsley became a member of Operation Mom, a military support group in 2004 when her son, Specialist Michael Balsley, joined the Army. She is also a board member for the Traveling Tribute Wall. Please assist me in giving her a warm welcome.
Thank you. I'm a little nervous, so please bear with me. I became a member of a group no one wants to join. I became a Gold Star Mom on January 25th, 2007. When my mom, you can tell I'm not nervous, right? When my son, Specialist Michael Balsley, was killed in Iraq, he was 23. Prior to losing Mikey, I had attended, my husband was a Vietnam vet, and we would always go to Memorial Day ceremonies. And Mikey had signed the paperwork to go into the Army, but he hadn't had to report until June 15th. So we were at a Memorial Day event, and in the front row was a Marine, and next to him was a woman and a man. And I had assumed that that was his mom and dad. And I remember looking at the back of this mom's head, thinking, how are you getting through this? And so I went up to her afterwards, told her my son was going to be going into the Army in a few weeks. And so she told me about this organization she belonged to. It's a family military support group called Operation Mom, like you mentioned. And so I gave her my phone number, and actually her son, the reason they were honoring him, he was hurt in Iraq, and so he was home recuperating. And her name is Kathy, and so you probably already know this. She is a Silver Star Mom when they're wounded. And so I went to my first meeting there, and you went around giving your name, about your son or daughter, and there was probably about 30 people there. And when about halfway through, it came to this one lady, and she had said that her son had been killed in Iraq, and it had only been 3 months. Well, that's every Gold Star Mom's biggest fear. We're like, and and that lady was diabetic, light filter in the red, and years as they continued going to the meetings, Diane would always come, and everybody, she was the only Gold Star Mom there at the time, and I would say, Diane was such an inspiration to me. She would have the biggest smile when somebody said they got a phone call, or they got an email or something from their service person. And so I grew great strength from her. So I love you, Diane, and thank you for everything. I'm honored to. We have Dolores Kesterson here. Her son was both in the Marines and in the Army. And we have Jackie and her husband Ben, both Gold Star parents, and their son was Army too, right? Yeah. So Michael was married, and his wife wanted his funeral to be in Porterville, which I hadn't even heard of Porterville before. But I live in Hayward, and it's about a 3.5-hour drive one way. I actually wanted to live in Hayward, where I live, but it didn't work that way. And so being it was so far away, a lot of our friends couldn't attend his funeral. So we had planned to have a memorial about 2 weeks after the funeral. And a friend of mine had asked me if I wanted the PGR there, Patriot Guard Riders. And I said, yeah, that'd be very nice. And I remember when we were in the car, when we came around the corner to the church where Michael used to go to Sunday school, I saw all these people out there holding flags, and I saw motorcycles across the street, and it took my breath away. And and then when we were leaving from the memorial, from the church, to a Veterans Hall to have the reception afterwards, we went up over this overpass, and I remember looking out the back window of the limo and seeing all these motorcycles. And one of Michael's favorite words was, dude. And I know he was thinking like, dude. And I'd like to ask by a show of hands if anybody got to see the 60 Minutes episode that was about the Gold Stars. Anybody get to see that? Raise your hand. It's been on twice now. It was recently re-aired on 9/11. I don't know if you can go into 60 Minutes or not and find it, but it tells about every year in February, the Marines Memorial Hotel and the Blue Star Moms have a 2-day event for us and for the California Fallen, and it's just amazing. Something that actually sounds weird, but I look forward to it every year because a lot of these Gold Star parents I only see once a year, so it's really nice. Like the gentleman before me had said, there's a lot of events going on this weekend. There's a ceremony in Moss Landing today, and there's also, it started yesterday afternoon, the California Run for the Fallen. It's a 150-mile run that Travis Air Force Base does, and it ends at Moss Landing tomorrow afternoon, and there's a ceremony there. So there's lots going on. I was just going to ask active military to stand. That's what I've got in my notes, but that's just about all of you. I just want you to know that how much we, as Gold Stars, appreciate you. Not only Gold Stars, but as America. We all honor you, and you are an inspiration to us all. Also the veterans. And I just wanted to add, one other thing I wanted to add. This is one of the, I was talking about the California Run for the Fallen. This is, every mile is a memory, and the runner will come up and take this, and this is from a year or two ago, and they read the information on here, and then they do the slow salute. And so it's really nice. And actually, Diane and I don't know, ours is tomorrow at 1:06, so that means tomorrow when they get to our sons, it'll be 106 miles that they run. So I don't know, Jackie, what's yours number? You don't know? Do you know yours, Loris? Okay. And this is where I may get really emotional. Lastly, I want to thank the Vietnam vets. Like I said earlier, my husband was a Vietnam vet. When he came home, he was spit on, there's no children here, right? And called a baby killer. And they didn't get to welcome home, they so deserved. And then because of them, we now have so much to thank for them because they are there to honor our troops for their homecomings, and also they're there when, sadly, when our fallen are brought home. And that means so much to us. And in closing, I just want to say thank you for listening to me. God bless our troops, veterans, and God bless America. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Walmsley, for your courage and for sharing your story. There's power in sharing the story of the fallen. It keeps the fallen in remembrance, and it keeps them alive in our hearts. As they carry the thoughts and memories of the fallen, they carry the spirit as well. And when we carry the spirit of the fallen, then we're one unit, one army, one military. Thank you. In honor of our Gold Star families, a bench is dedicated by St. Thomas Ward Tour, 365 of the 40 and 8, an organization dedicated to the military veterans. You can find the bench on the outside of the 63rd Regional Support Command headquarters. Now, is he here? Please stand. Thank you. It's a beautiful bench. It's sitting right outside the headquarters, and I plan to sit on it first if no one has already done so. Now it is my honor to introduce to you Major General Tuliatos, the Commanding General of the 63rd Regional Support Command. We would also like to say congratulations to General Tuliatos as he prepares for his upcoming retirement. Please welcome General Tuliatos as he makes the closing remarks.
Thanks, Mr. Jones. As always, what a great job you do. Mr. Harvey, thank you for all of your support of these events over the tenure of my command. I'm so proud of the 63rd, and I'm so grateful that we were able to recognize the Gold Star families on this particular weekend, because we've done this every year, but it always seems to occur on a weekend when we don't have all of our full complement of soldiers, and we're just a little bit of kismet. I can't say that we actually planned it, but it worked out this year that we're able to show the depth of our support by having as many soldiers in the room here as we do today to recognize the Gold Star family. So again, we've always been there to support you. Mr. Harvey's done a tremendous job. We've got this wonderful collection of things out in front of our headquarters as a tribute to the Gold Star families. But I wanted you as the Gold Star families to see the depth of support that the 63rd brings. And this isn't it, because the president of the Gold Star Families Association is one of our Army Reserve ambassadors. As you probably know, Candy, she's one of the greatest, and she represents the Gold Star families just exceeding well, and we're very proud to have her both as the president of the Gold Star Family Association, as well as the Army Reserve ambassador for us in the Texas area. So I've grown to know her so well. I've grown to know about her son and her loss, and she shares so much with me, and I can only, I think, begin to empathize with you. Mr. Aliman, thanks for your tremendous remarks. Thank you for the depth of love and emotion that you showed to these families, and thank you for supporting veterans. It's great to have folks like you to participate in ceremonies like this. I want to also recognize we made a little boo-boo here. It's my fault, as is everything. But just ask my wife. I'm kidding. My deputy commanding general here today, Brigadier General Doug Anderson, is also a Gold Star family. He lost his father in Vietnam, and so I think did I see some other folks from the 63rd that also had Gold Star families stand up? Was that it? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, it's hard to watch the news today. It's hard to watch the news and see a country that I love going through what it goes through. But everything that's right about our country is represented by these families here today. And I think we should give them a tremendous round of applause. Another example of everything that is right about our country is represented by the great soldiers who stood up and gave you that round of applause, because they're ready to stand there and fight for what our country needs and for what we believe in. And so I'm just grateful to have had the opportunity to soldier for the last 36 years. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have participated for 3 years now with Gold Star families, with 4 years. Yeah, that's right, this is my 4th celebration. 3-year command, but 4 celebrations of this wonderful event. And again, Mr. Harvey, I just want to recognize the families again, and I hope I have everybody, and if I didn't, please stand up and correct me. We've got, and by the way, Ms. Balsley, you know, they told me yesterday that you were a little shy and nervous about getting up here and speaking, and I'm sorry, I think you're top. You're darn good. Your son, you represented your son well, and God bless you. All right. So Ms. Balsley, and then we've got our good friend who's been to many of our events and I believe military dining outs and things like that. Diane Layfield is here. Great to have you here. Thanks for continuing to support your son. We're proud of him. Let's give Diane a round of applause. You're here? Where's school? That's you, right? Yeah. So again, thanks for being here. Let's give Dolores a round of applause. Okay, so I said that correctly. And I think I've seen you here before too, right? So you guys are veterans of our event. We're so grateful to have you here. Thanks for being here. Let's give them a round of applause. Beth, thank you for being here. I see you got your little buddy there, and thank you for all you do for your family member and for keeping that memory going. So let's get that. God forgive me this weekend. I get a little emotional. I'm getting close to walking out the door, and I apologize for that. But when I see greatness in front of me, it just humbles me. So God bless you for the support that you give to the memories of your fallen. God bless you for being great Americans and embodying everything that's good about our country. And God bless America. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words, and thank you for being a gracious leader. We appreciate it. I did not say General Anderson is here because it was not on my script. But I was saving it's my fault, sir. I was saving him for last because he's the only one in the command group that looks like me. So, thanks for being here, sir. Please stand as the 191st Army Band renders the honors of taps for our fallen. Please be seated. As this grateful nation honors our fallen service members, let us rededicate ourselves to upholding the sacred trust we share with our Gold Star families and to the heroes we have laid to rest. Let us always remember the blessings we enjoy as free people in this free society that gave the ultimate cost. Let us hold the memories of our fallen soldiers close to our hearts And let us mark each day by heading and setting the example of the following. We will now conclude this morning's ceremony. We encourage you to remain standing, or please stand, for the singing of the official Army song and the benediction. Please stand. Just a couple of acknowledgments before the chaplain gives a benediction. The following individuals were invited but sent their regrets, and I wanted you to know Senator Dianne Feinstein, Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom, Senator Jim Beal, Congressman Mike Honda, and Leon Pineda. The success of today's event would not be possible without the help and cooperation of our organization, our helpers, and of course, Ms. Roya, Sergeant Roya Afshar. Please give Roya a hand. We'd like to thank Larry Lynch. We'd like to thank the County VSO, Norman Aliman, Kenneth Newman, Amy Ellis for the food that you're about to receive in a few minutes, and Karen Carter from Oak Hill Cemetery for providing flowers.
May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. And the Lord may turn his face towards you and give you peace. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chaplain. Please stay after the ceremony and join us for refreshments provided by the San Francisco USO. Family and friends, please share your stories with one another and take a moment to meet our Gold Star families. This concludes our ceremony.
Calif. Halt. Ready. Halt. Raise your hand. Out. Order. Out. Ready. Up. Ready. Out. Every other left arc. Ready. Two.